What is up, homies? Welcome back to another trailer reaction from Heroes Reforged. We are reacting to the official trailer for Marvel Studios' Secret Invasion, coming to Disney Plus in June. We're gonna have to figure that out because I'm gonna be on vacation, so hopefully get some screeners early.
Speaking of vacations, we need to acknowledge that our friend Augustine is on vacation himself. It was just his birthday. If you're not following Augustine on social media, go wish him a happy birthday. Go follow him on social media. So he's taking a little break, and Adam and I are holding down this trailer reaction. We have not seen this Secret Invasion trailer. It came out last night.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. You know what I was most excited about? Finally, in the poster that they put out, the tagline is, "Who do you trust, dude?" That's the comic book tagline. It's so good.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited. I'm excited to check this out.
Excited, yeah.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
People have been, I've been trying to avoid social media, but people were chattering pretty positively. Positively.
Good.
Things have gotten much worse.
Mendo. Oh.
Why do you think I came back?
Nah.
You're in no shape for this fight that lies before
Your
us,
Thalsworth.
old friend.
Ooh.
Oh, yep.
So wait, is she like the granddaughter of...
This is personal.
Very few of us know about the wars fought in the shadows that have raged on this planet.
Interesting.
Yo.
Do you feel responsible?
What?
Oh, man. Yeah, dude. Hydra and S.H.I.E.L.D.
Where are the Avengers? This war is one I have to fight.
No Avengers. Less
Wow.
Avengers.
The end is closer. Interesting.
You're the most wanted man on the planet.
Brody.
Whoa.
You don't know what they have planned for
Yo,
you.
was that Chernobyl? No.
You think I look like it?
The great Nick Fury.
Gravik? Who the hell's Gravik? Whoa!
I'm sorry. Does this man have stretchy powers?
One last fight.
God, Nick Fury's the coolest, dude.
Oh man,
Just the coolest
interesting.
character.
So
Just the coolest character.
I should mention, I did see a trailer at San Diego Comic-Con, but that was in July. I barely remember what was in the trailer at this point, but some of it looked definitely familiar in the beginning.
We had one teaser released already that we watched.
Oh,
Adam.
true.
Yeah, that had some of that, you know, like Fury coming down in that bright white light and everything, but ominous. So I saw some chatter online and people were like, this feels like it's like Winter Soldier. This feels like it's like espionage. Very exciting, dude. I just want to say too, like as a big fan of the Secret Invasion comics, most of them, some of them, the best stuff in those comics. Like I love the big superhero brawl that they did, like that Brian Michael Bendis event. I enjoyed. I know a lot of people were like, it's dumb, it's shallow. Shut up. It's fine. It's fun. But for me, I think the best, juiciest stuff was also Bendis writing some of these Avengers tie-in comics that were like, well, here's what the Skrulls have been doing to build up to it. Here's the characters they've replaced. Here's how that took a toll on the Skrull characters. Here's how it took a toll on the characters that were replaced. Here's what happens when they come back. You know, characters like Jessica Drew, Hank Pym. It's really fascinating. And of course, Nick Fury, white Nick Fury, I should say, not the Sam Jackson iteration, but Sam Jackson is the Nick Fury of the MCU, but Nick Fury was at the center of it. And it was great, dude. It was like classic spy stuff. And this trailer does feel like that, which is very exciting.
Yeah. And I think The Winter Soldier is probably like one of my, I think it's in my top 5 like favorite MCU.
It's everyone's favorite MCU movie. It's the best.
I love it so much. And I love the whole like espionage spy thriller aspects of it. And because I honestly like, I know very little about Secret Invasion, the comic book run. So I'm going into this insanely fresh. And I'm also massively intrigued to see how these stories, if they've been happening while the MCU has been happening, what are some things that we've missed? What are some things that we're going to get insider knowledge on? And how are they going to maybe try to tie it into other events that have already happened? And did a lot of it occur during the blip, or did a lot of it occur at different times? Like, I'm curious to see how all of that stuff gets tied together. But of course, Sam Jackson is such a badass, and to be able to have an entire series dedicated to Nick Fury is so cool, especially because he's been here since the beginning. And what's Nick Fury been like, not only since the blip, but since some of the heroes have moved on or died? Iron Man, Captain America, Black Widow. I'm interested to see if they talk about any of those sorts of things.
It was really fun to see Sam Jackson come back for Spider-Man Far From Home with Mysterio. Like, it was really fun because that was Sam Jackson, but technically wasn't Nicholas J. Fury. Like, it was Talos masquerading as him. Like, as far as we know, and I think it's been confirmed, and it's like, how could you not? Fury was physically present at Tony Stark's funeral. That was like the last time he was on Earth, as far as we saw. So was it Tony Stark's funeral, the retirement of Steve Rogers? Like what made him go, I need to get off planet and go focus on other stuff? Yeah. And the other characters are kind of holding it down, especially because there's no Avengers at that point. He gets dusted from Thanos. He's dusted at the end of Infinity War, which is great, leading into a little flashback adventure with Captain Marvel. But yeah, like, what makes him leave? What was he doing up on that ship, walking around on like a vacation attire, like at the end of Spider-Man Far From Home? And yeah, like, Sam Jackson could absolutely, as Nick Fury, lead a movie. But I'm really hoping that the TV miniseries format actually better serves the vibe and the tone of what this, because Winter Soldier is like an action movie. Yeah, it's like an espionage movie for sure, but it's action. It's action, action. And this could do more of that simmering, that stuff. Are you going to read any of the Secret Invasion comics before the show, or are you going to wait till the show comes out? And then it's up, dude. Either one is going to be fun, because to have some of the knowledge of, like, it's not just those specific comics, but again, what the impact was in the Marvel Comics universe, because it's going to be interesting to see, okay, Secret Invasion, is it trying to tee up any bigger thing that they're leading to? Kang Dynasty, Secret Wars. Like, or is this really an isolated Skrull thing? And then once Secret Invasion's over, that's going to be the end of this Skrull thing. We don't know. I think you were bringing up, Adam, like, we're just interested to see what's happening in the MCU in terms of like the bigger picture. Will this event like speak about the events of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Will it make reference to the giant celestial that's sticking out of the ocean that still hasn't been really addressed, other than like mentioned in She-Hulk on like the news or whatever? Like, will this series be able to give us that kind of global political perspective, which is very interesting? I think you and I don't want a show like this to be bogged down by MCU tie-ins and references. Oh, and then this happened, and then this happened, and this is the timeline. But as long as it's like that kind of stuff can enhance the story. I think it's interesting to know who the president is of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? Just like we saw in Iron Man 3, it was President Ellis, who apparently in their universe took over the second term of what would have been Barack Obama's presidency. And you're like, wait, how the hell did Barack not win a second? What happened that this President Ellis comes in, and then it's like, was Trump president? And there's been kind of little hints at like with the show Luke Cage, which may or may not be canon, that like maybe Trump was president, because Luke Cage was trying to talk about our world events, but it's like, whoa. No way did Donald Trump win a presidency in the Marvel Cinematic. Like, how can people of that universe? So that kind of stuff can further enhance and be really interesting storytelling. And especially with the great cast that they have in the show, like, what are their roles? And Olivia Colman's playing a Farnsworth, and unless I'm mistaken, wasn't like there a Farnsworth in the Howling Commandos in Captain America: The First Avenger? That's what I think.
Because that would tie back all the way to sort of like the whole, I don't know, sort of how Hydra was able to infiltrate S.H.I.E.L.D. and all that stuff.
James Montgomery Falsworth was a British member of the Howling Commandos. He was like the fancy one. He was like, I'm trying to remember what his specialty was in First Avenger. But dude, I love that kind of stuff, dude. And
James Falsworth was an officer of the 3rd Independent Parachute Brigade during World War II. He later joined the elite special unit of Allied forces.
So in the comic books, James Montgomery Falsworth is Union Jack, who was like a World War II. He wasn't like Captain America or Captain Britain. He wasn't like a super soldier, but he was like a masked like superhero character, vigilante or whatever. I think non-powered, So it's so cool that Falsworth has maybe I want to say granddaughter, great-granddaughter. I don't know what the lineage is.
And that's interesting because that makes me wonder if they connected that character, because maybe we probably won't see obviously flashbacks with Captain America, but we could see some World War II fallout of the post defeating Hydra. But then how did Hydra infiltrate S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Let me tell you, Adam, this could be the moment that Marvel Comics fans would love, which is Sam Jackson as Nick Fury, actually maybe with a flashback, talking to Dum Dum Dugan, who in the comic books is his right-hand man, but in the MCU is Neil McDonough's character.
Right.
He's the guy that had the bowler hat in First Avenger, and I think he had little cameo appearances in like Agent Carter and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and stuff. It would be awesome if there was at least one moment where an old-ass Dum Dum Dugan and a young-ass Nick Fury could at least interact. It may happen in this show. Like, that's the kind of stuff that I love. Fury and Dum Dum Dugan go together like peanut butter and jelly, dude. Like, those two characters... it would be so great and you know what, they may just reveal that Nick Fury was actually active in World War II, and because we never they like obscured his birth date in the MCU because they were like, well, maybe but he was like a young guy in the 90s, so I don't know why he would all of a sudden age from the 90s to now.
Be like 97 years old.
Yeah, he'd be super old. But maybe we'll get some Dum Dum Dugan action in this, dude.
That would be cool. That would be cool. I'm interested to see how they tie all this stuff together, and then just seeing sort of like what this adds to the lore of the MCU, and what this, like you were saying, what this could mean for the future, going into other things like Secret Invasion and Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. We'll see. It'll
Armor Wars with Rhodey. Like there's just so many different ways it could go. But thankfully, the tone of this looks pretty spot on, and it looks like it's going to be a appropriately focused espionage story starring Nick Fury dealing with the Skrulls. That is all you need. I can't wait to watch it. And we're going to be doing the uncut reactions on Patreon. So join our Patreon, you dum-dums.
You dum-dum Dugans. But of course, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you think this will all tie together? What are your thoughts? What are your theories? Let us know in the comments below. Subscribe. Like Hector said, check out the Patreon for all the uncut reactions we have for all the shows, including this one coming in June. And we'll see you guys then. Bye.